Hello everyone, we're 𝗨𝗀𝗃𝗃 and we're going to explain you how to play our game Leave Us Cows Alone. In this game you are a cow and you are in a field with other 3 cows and you are relaxed in the field until all the sky is full of UFOs and they are trying to abduct you all. So you need to get to the farm zone where you will be safe again, running away from the abductions of these UFOs. So it's a pretty simple game. You just need to cross this field to get to the farms with your 4 cows. One of these 4 cows is you, so it's supposed to be the leader cow, and you are going to try to get to the farms. On your way to the farms, you will have some obstacles that are not drawn in this game sheet. We have 2 versions: the one without obstacles or the one with the obstacles. So I'm going to use the one with obstacles here. We have a template of 10 for the moment, but we are going to upload more templates later. But for the moment we have 10 templates with obstacles here, and you have to avoid these obstacles to get to the farms. So that is basically the game. And the player with the highest score at the end, and you try to get with your 4 cows to get the higher score, and then that player will be winning for the game. So that's not so easy, because the UFOs are going to try to abduct you all the time with their abductions. So for this game you will need a pen for each player, the game sheet, the same game sheet, because you are supposed to be on the same field with the same obstacles to be to balance the game, right? You will need 6 dice from a color and 1 from another color. So 4 of these dice will be for the cows move, and the other 3, including the 1 of the other color, is for the UFOs. So the game is divided in 2 phases. One is the cows running on in the field, running away from the UFOs, and the other phase is the UFOs abduction. So if you are playing the multiplayer, all of the players have to move their cows, and then at the end of that round they are going to be solving the abductions of the UFOs. So I'm going to start with the first turn. The first phase is the running cows. So in this running cows phase, I'm going to roll 4 dice because I have 4 cows at this moment. In this phase, we need to roll as many dice as cows that we have running in the field. So I'm going to start, but at the beginning of the game we need to setting up some things. The first thing that we are going to set up is we need to choose 4 rows where our cows are going to start in the game. So 2 of them are by the dice. We need to roll the dice, 2 dice, to sum the dice, and then the value that we get is the number row, is the row number where a cow is going to start. So 5, I'm going to circle the 5, and I'm going to roll the dice again. I get a 6, and then that's the second, and the other 2 I can select them by my choice. So I'm going to select the 2, and I'm going to select the 10. Now, after this, I'm going to put a star at the left of one of these row numbers. I'm going to put it on the 2, and that's the leader cow. So that means that that's me in the field. That's the representation of a cow in the field for me. So if I get to the farms with the leader cow, the one with the star at the left, I'm going to get higher points. So that's good. So the other thing that I'm going to be doing in the setting up is I'm going to in these columns that have these shields that are enclosed by shields, I need to roll 2 dice again, and the row number that I'm getting with the sum of the dice, for example, here is 3, I'm going to draw a square. This little square means that this is a shield, and that shield, if a cow is getting it in the field, immediately is protecting that cow for an abduction, just one. Okay, so I'm going to do it by each column that has the shield, excuse me. So here is the 4. At the 4, at 11-4, I'm going to put a shield. And again, okay, I'm getting an 8. And with this 8, I'm going to put it here. Okay, now I have the 3 shields. If I repeat it, if I have an obstacle in a column in the row that the shield was indicating, I lost that shield. But I had good luck, and I can put the 3 shields for my cows. So we need to avoid the obstacles. I'm going to explain you how is the move of the cows now. So I'm going to start with the face of the running cows. So I'm going to take 4 of the dice because I have the 4 cows starting. So I'm going to roll them, and then I'm going to separate the dice that are different from 6. All the values of a die gives me 1 move for a cow. Each die represents the move of 1 cow. You can move your cows as you want, but here we have 3 cows that has only 1 move, and the 6 means 2 moves in the field. So we just have 1 with 2 moves. So the moves are pretty easy. It's just lines that you are drawing, going for the squares of the field. So 1 move means going through a middle. In the middle of the new square, you're going to put a dot, a circle, a little circle, and that means the end of the path for that cow. So I'm going to put 1 move. You can cross in diagonals, for example, just one adjacent square. I'm going to do that. And this is 1 move, this is 1 move, and the 2 moves, I'm going to move my leader cow because I need to get to the farms as fast as I can. So I'm going to do it this move. At the abduction phase, that is the other phase, now is the turn for the UFOs. So we're going to roll the other 3 dice. Remember that we have die from another color. That means this is the aiming for the UFOs. So this is the representation of the column of the abduction, and the other 2, the sum of the other 2 is the row number of the abduction. So it's column and row abduction. So the column abduction means 1, 2, 3. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 is the column where the cow that is in the first place in the field is at that moment. And the 4, 5, 6 values here in the aiming die means the cows that are in the second place. So at this moment, this means the column for the first cows is the second one, because it's the only one that is in first place in the field. In the other values 4, 5, and 6 will be the column 1, and that's the way that you are solving the abduction column. Okay, so I'm going to do the abduction. So I roll the dice, and then the first thing is, what is the column? So it's a 2. That means the cow that is in the first place. Okay, the cow that is in the first place is this one, is the second column, and I get a 4. So the 4 is where the abduction is. But here we have a river. We have some obstacles here, right? So we have in the second column, we have river, we have logs, we have barbed wire fences, we have some traps, we have a ranch, and we have some trees. We have to avoid all these obstacles. So I don't I can pass through these obstacles directly, right? So what I'm going to do is, because the abduction is at the column 2, row 4, this is an X. This is an X because it's a failed abduction. So we are doing it good for the moment. We are safe for the moment. So we are going to do it again in the running cows phase. So again, we have two dice. There are 6. So we have two cows that will have one move, and the other 2 will have 2 moves. So we're good. So let's save our leader here. 2 moves, and the other ones is just 1 move. So I'm going to do this one. Okay, and then the UFOs abduction phase is okay. So I'm going to get the 4. That is the column for the cows that are in the second place, and we get a 2. So that means we are safe because it's the second column. So this is the column where the cows that goes in the first place, and this is the column. The 3 is the column where a cow is in the second place. So it means is the 3 column. So at the 3 column at the second, that was really close. We have a failed abduction, but because I put 2 moves instead of 1, and we get the second column. If we get the first column, that cow will be immediately abducted. So we're good. We're having good luck for the moment. Okay, so I'm going to roll again. Okay, so my cows, I have just 1 cow that we are going to move 2 squares. So I'm going to say this again, and look what happened here. Immediately you cross this column. If you can see here, we have extra abduction counters. That means immediately a cow passed through these counters, we need to mark an extra abduction. And that means that at the UFOs abduction phase, we need to do 2 abductions instead of 1, because this cow crossed the path. So every time that a cow crosses this column to get the column 6, we are going to receive an extra abduction, and that means that our cows are in more danger than before. So okay, I did it with the 6 that I have for 2 moves, but for the others I'm going to say, because I need to avoid these barbed fence, I'm going to move here 1, 1, and 1. Every time if you cross the path of another cow, you will receive a penalty in your score. So try to avoid it, but you can, but try to avoid it because it means less points. Okay, so I'm going to do the UFOs abduction. That is the 1, the regular 1. So again, 3 means the cow that is in the first place, and 5. So we're good again. This hits the fence. Okay, and we are going to roll it again because of the extra abduction. So every time a player has extra abductions, you need to roll the UFOs dice again to solve each player extra abduction. So we will have the 6, that is the cow that is in the second place, is this one. And then we have 10. Okay, we're good. We are good. We don't have any abducted cow. So now I'm going to cross out these extra abductions because we already solved it. And now we're going to roll them dice again. And again, we have a cow that is going to move 2 times. Okay, so I will do this. I'm going to get my shield because two times, and I get the shield. So my end path is now a square, and it's a square because I'm wearing a shield now with this cow. So I'm protected by an abduction. If I get an abduction here, we're good. We're safe because the shield will be destroyed, but we can continue our way to the farms. So the other ones are going to move 1 time. So I put this one and this one. no matter that a failed abduction was there, because that's just imagine that the field is now without grass. That's all. Okay, so I'm going to roll the dice for the UFOs, and I get another abduction. Okay, so this means the second column, and we get an 7. So we're good for the moment. Again. Okay, let's roll again, and then we get all of one, just one. So again, instead of a circle, I'm going to put the square. That is my shield that I am wearing. I'm going to cross one. Oh, I get the shield with this cow, and I get, yeah, I forgot to cross out the abduction. So okay, now we're going to solve the UFOs, and it's again the first column and the 6th row. Okay, so it's here, and we're going to roll with the cows, and now with one of our cows we get to the farms, but we are going to receive 3 extra abductions. And the thing that happens here is, because this cow entered to the farms, we are going to remove in the next phase, in the running cows phase, the next one, we are going to remove 1 die, because we don't have 4 cows, we have just 3 of them. So we have the leader cow saved, that means extra points, but we have 3 extra abductions. So this cow is now the one that is in the first place. The one that is in the farms, it's not included in the first place now, because it's safe in the farm. So I'm going to use 1 to get this, and 1 to get this with the shield that I got. And here the bad thing is that I got 2 extra abductions too. So we have 5 abductions in the regular one. That means 6 abductions in this time. Let's try to avoid that we are going to be abducted, because we were very lucky. In all the regular games, all the cows are abducted at the starting of the game, but we're lucky today. So in the first column, that means this one, we are receiving an attack on the row 7. We're good. Okay, now first solve. It's the second one, and it's 11. We're good. Wow, lucky is on our side today. Okay, so the first one is 8. We're good. Okay. Okay, oh, excuse me. The first at the 7. We're good. And okay, 2 remaining abductions. Okay, for the second one at 7. We're good. And finally, the last one. It's at 11. Yeah, it means these dice are the best. Okay, so 1 move. 1 move and 1 move. Okay, I cross here the path, so I'm going to receive a penalty, but that's okay. Okay, so because I crossed here, I'm going to get the 2 extra abductions, and now I'm getting a 11 here, and I'm getting an extra abduction that is in the second place, the 8th. Oh, yeah. The second column in the 8th row, we have an abduction here. And we are very close to the farms, but we got the abduction here. And yeah, this cow is out of the game. So we will remove another die from our cows. And instead of 3, we are going to use 2 dice to the move. So I will try to do it with the other 2 cows, okay? Because now it's hard. to get with those. I just get one move with this one and one get with this one, but this one has a shield, so we're good for the moment. We're going to do the abduction, and then we have the first column. It's 8, so we're good, and that's it. So let's running cows again, and we have 1, but we have 3 extra abductions now. And here we have a shield, but we have 3 abductions. So let's see what happens. Okay, it's the second column, but we don't have a second column, so we're good for the regular one. For the extra, we're good again because it's the second column. There's no second column. There's no second column, and we solve 2 extra. And finally, okay, we have the first column where we are, but it's a 4, so that means we're good. We're good again. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, no, excuse me, because we already have 1 cow in the farms. We just have 1 running cow die. So I'm going to roll it. It's just 1. We have a shield, and we're going to roll the UFOs, and we have okay, 8. Wow, that is not on our row. So let's roll again. Oh, and we have 2 moves. And that's the end of the game. And we have a shield. We were very lucky in this how to play it. So in another games, I hope you don't you have this luck that we have today, because we get with 3 cows, and that's very hard to do it. But it seems like our dice were from our side today. So this is how to play our game. We hope that you really have a blast with it, and there's a lot of modes to play it. There's a lot of other variants, and actually you can draw your own obstacles to do it harder, and you will have the templates. This is, as I mentioned, this is an easy template because we don't have the obstacles so together or so distributed to avoid your moves. But this is the game, and then you can result the scores, and the scores is just count the end paths times, see how many cows you get to the farms, and as I mentioned it, the penalties that we have to cross the paths between the cows, and that's the game. And that's the game is pretty simple, and if you play it in multiplayer, you will having a blast because it's very competitive, and the UFOs abduction is at the end after all the cows were run and all the people is suffering for the abductions that you're receiving. So this is the game. There's a variant that is to change the number of the dice. Actually, you can have some trophies if you play the games, the solo game, and we have a variant that was recommended by one of the other participants of the contest that saw our game, and this is pretty cool because the UFOs are more intelligent. After all, they are vegan are creatures that are more intelligent than the cows, right? So they have another translation for the dice, and you can have a blast with all these modes and all these variants. We hope you enjoy it, and download the game, print it, and enjoy it. Thank you so much.